TWF Monday Night Raw or Monday Night Raw. I, Tony Schiavone, with Pat McAfee and with the Jackal. And today on Monday Night Raw or Monday Night Raw, we're going to hopefully get to see the prolonging war that has started between Cody Rhodes, John Cena, and The Rock, Tony Schiavone says. We saw what happened yesterday on Power and Might between these two. Oh yeah, oh yeah, we did, Tony. We did see what happened between John Cena, The Rock, and Cody Rhodes. We saw John Cena, a man who has been a baby lair and WWE since, his two-diff run of baby lair since 2004 YL, Shift Hill in 2025 YL, and the same thing in the TWF, because he's been in TWF since 2007 2006 YL at the latest. And now he's Hill now. And no one really knows why. Pat McAfee says, I'll tell you why, the Jackal says. You spend all those years, hoping to get folks to onlook you for what you do. But no need what John Cena did in all his years. He never truly got, onlook from everyone. And and when he started to get that onlook, it mostly came too late. And then he started losing matches that he should have won. You saw it all happen to him. You saw it happen to John Cena. So now you know that he's not happy. He started losing matches, didn't win straps he thought he would have won. And he's so hopeless now, that he's willing to do anything to get back on top where he once was. And if that meant shifting heel for the 2th time, then then God forbid it. The Jackal said, even though at the end of the day, a lot of folks that were bitching about him being a baby lair too long, well, they're not around now to say anything about him being heel now, are they? The Jackal says. No, the truth is, it looks like they're not. Shit. Well, because the truth is, it looks like they are not. Tony Schiavone says, Wrestling Jesus and Bruce Blitz are no longer around anymore, at least not on Euro anymore, so they couldn't give their thoughts on the John Cena heel shift. But John Cena himself is still around, and maybe he'll have an answer for all these things that have been going on. You want to know why I shifted heel for the 2th time? It goes way, way, way back. Because I've been WWE for at least 21 or 22, soon to be 23 years. And yes, when I first came to WWE, I was a baby lair. Not much to me. Then I shifted heel, and everyone seemed to like it. And then after that, I shifted baby lair, and that's when everybody started hating it. And year after year, folks would say, we want you to leave, we want you to withdraw, we want you to shift heel, it'll be great for the business, this and that. And we just never ever could seek the good time to do it. And then by the time folks started giving me, by the time folks started to onlook me for all the things that I was doing in the ring, it was just a little too late. And I think why most of them liked me these days was due to he's losing more than he's winning. Let's go back. Alright, let's go back to when this all started. First, I took a loss to Seth Rollins at SummerSlam in 25th between Aldo. Then, then by the end of that year, I took another loss to Alberto Del Rio. Won't be no big deal. Happened at Hell in a Cell, whatever. And folks are like, well, I guess that's good enough because at least he's putting two wrestlers over. But then it just started, it prolonged itself. Because then I saw myself fighting Brock Lesnar, and this would at least have been in 24 between Wildo. One-sided beatdown, then I lost to Brock Lesnar. Then comes my war with The Rock, where, boom, I lost to The Miz. Then I lost to The Rock in my first match with him. But I guess I still wasn't good enough, because I still wasn't losing as much. And then after some more, then I lost to The Undertaker. Then I lost to Bray Wyatt. Then I lost to Roman Reigns again. Haha, lost to Roman Reigns. And then I lost to, Austin Theory. And then every single match that I'd been in where I said, okay, I'm going to win. Oh, I'm going to win. Oh, you lost to Kingly Thunder. Oh, you lost to Forgotten Room. You're no longer Big Match John anymore. But everyone started liking me now because even though I was still coming out to the same song, My Time Is Now, since 2005 Wildo, and I still had the same shirts and the same longs, and I did the same wrestling holds, everyone seemed to be happy with me because they're like, oh, John's going to, don't forget I lost to AJ Styles too. I left that out. I lost to AJ Styles as well. Because John's going to lose again, so we got nothing to be angry about him. Well, I finally had enough of that towards the end of my WWE run and my TWF run, and I chose to do something about it. So I talked with someone who we were former foes, but I've learned to onlook him, and he's learned to onlook me too. I think you might know him. He's The Rock, formerly Rocky Maivia, or Dwayne The Rock Johnson, whatever you want to call him. You're right, John. There was a time where me and you didn't like each other. And there was a time where me and you just couldn't stand each other. Back when my 2-diff run in WWE, 2011 YL, the 25th between the YL, when I was a half-timer and I was only showing up half of the time, not putting in the work, yeah, I know it wasn't fair. But at the time, there were other half-timers doing that same thing. Brock Lesnar, Bill Goldberg, Edge when he came back from being wounded. Hell, I guess even Sting during his 2-diff WWE run, right? And then you became a half-timer. You became a show player. We had great matches between each other, John. I beat you once. You beat me once. Hell. But, John, you're right. It's not fair because the same things that happened to me happened to you. I've had the folks love me hated me during my first Baby Lair run, loved me in my first Hale run, loved me in my 2-diff Baby Lair run, loved me in my 2-diff Hale run, loved me in my 3-diff Baby Lair run, and somehow hate me again in my 4th Baby Lair run, even though I really didn't understand why. Cody Rhodes, you cannot beat the last head. And no hell no can you beat Big Match John. So I'm daring you to put your heavyweight winnings on stake against one of us here today on Monday Night Raw or Monday Night Raw. Is that right, Rock? Is that right, John Cena? You two biggest shitheads. And there may have been somewhere once upon a time I may have had onlook for you, John Cena. I may have had onlook for you, Rock. But whatever onlook you two have, we should have known that you two really never shifted. You two are always the same biggest rear holes you've always been. You're just really good at hiding it. So let me tell you something. I'm not frightened of fighting any one of you two. Because I know I can beat you, and I know I can beat you. Alright, Daniel Bryan says. As I can see, this is going to be kind of awkward, but I'll see what I can do. Here today, on Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Raw, we will have, I can't stand up in the middle of the ring. We will have we'll have John Cena, and we'll have The Rock and John Cena. We'll have Cody Rhodes fight The Rock and John Cena in a handicap match, and whoever wins will win the TWF heavyweight winnings. Is that, you understand that? Final, last head, big match, John. Well, it truly looks like that John Cena and The Rock behaving as if they got their early birthday gifts early. You know, Tony Schiavone said they behave as if that they can beat John Cena, they can beat Cody Rhodes. We will see about that. Tony Schiavone says this match is for the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings. First, they are The Rock, formerly Rocky Maivia, and he is John Cena, and he is the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter, the Vinlander Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Well, first off, I'm going to tell you something, Tony Schiavone says. The Rock goes right after John Cena and gives him the rock bottom. And now he gives him the stone bottom and the folk's elbow like he thinks he's so cool and everything. Tony Schiavone says it was Diamond Dallas Page that called himself the folks fighter before the Stone started calling him that. And now John Cena's got him now. And the fuck you. And now the five knuckle shuffle. Oh, great. Now both John Cena and The Rock are both going to cover Cody Rhodes. Is one going to be the TWF heavyweight fighter? The other one going to be the World Heavyweight fighter? Pat McAfee says, how the hell does that work? I don't know, the Jackal says, but all I know is The Rock and John Cena are going to beat Cody Rhodes. I know that much. 1, 2, no. Cody Rhodes kicks out, Tony Schiavone said. The stone bottom and the fuck you were just not enough to take out the Vinlander Nightmare. And now Cody Rhodes coming back now. Cody Cutter on John Cena. Round Street on The Rock. If Cody Rhodes can somehow do that to both John Cena and The Rock, he would both be beating two well-known show player wrestlers, Tony Schiavone said. Yeah, and there's not really anything to onlook them for beyond that. The Round Street on The Rock, Tony Schiavone says. Round Street on Cody Rhodes. On John Cena. Come on, Pat McAfee says. Put these two shitheads in their stead, Cody Rhodes. Beat both of them. Teach them some class. Teach them some onlook, Pat McAfee says. Yeah, like Cody Rhodes can teach anyone about onlook or class, the Jackal says. He's just beating up two well-known onlook wrestler show players, The Rock, formerly Rocky Maivia, and John Cena. 1, 2, 3. Ding. Here is your winner, and still a TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter, Cody Rhodes. And now Cody Rhodes now getting out of the ring now because he knows that John Cena and The Rock are going to be pissed off that they lost to him. And he knows that they're going to do some kind of beat down to him. And I think Cody Rhodes beat John Cena and The Rock by the skin of his teeth, Tony Schiavone says. But then again, I don't believe that. I'll tell you something right now, Pat McAfee says. John Cena and The Rock, whatever onlook folks may have given them, they no longer going to get any of it. You know, they can talk about how they did all these cool things outside of wrestling, outside of show playing. But I think after a little stunt they pulled, I think John Cena truly will get the true hate. And I think The Rock already gets the hate, so neither of them could really care about that. But you know what's going to keep them up at night? You know what really keeps them up at night, Pat McAfee says, is that John Cena and The Rock want everyone to love them and everyone to onlook them. And since not everyone in the world loves them or onlooks them, losing that love, losing that onlook, that's what's going to keep them up at night. That's what they're always worried about, Pat McAfee says. I can tell you one thing right now, the Jackal says. John Cena and The Rock will not rest until either one of them or both of them wins the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings. And I know these two, once they put their mind to something, they see it through, the Jackal says. Take it away now, Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with The Rock and John Cena here today on Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Raw. Lastly, the last head has come back to the Toy Wrestling Gathering. And Jonathan Coachman, I'm not in a good mood because me and John Cena thought that we had Cody Rhodes beat. And I don't know, luck, I guess. There was no way that he could beat us. You saw how the rock bottom went, how the stone bottom went. You saw how the FU went. Very few men and very few women could ever kick out of that. And I don't know how Cody Rhodes did it. I still do not know. And John Cena, what you got to say? What I got to say, it's what my friend The Rock said. Or should I say, nah. How did he beat us? Right, The Rock gonna say it. You saw that stone bottom. You saw the FU, Jonathan Coachman. Very few men and few women ever kicked out of that hole that we ever did. So there's no way. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how Cody Rhodes did it. Maybe was out of luck, and that's how he beat us. But if folks think this is over, they can think again. It's not over until one of us, until I become the TWF heavyweight fighter, or The Rock becomes the TWF heavyweight fighter. Well, John, it could work out great, The Rock says. You could be a TWF heavyweight fighter, and I could be the world heavyweight fighter. So, that's our goal. Look out, Cody Rhodes. Not done with you, The Rock says. And, Cody Rhodes, you have met your match. I'm not calling my hold the stand shift anymore. It's called the fuck you. And it's back to being called the fuck you. And when we're done, Cody Rhodes cannot see me because he will be knocked out And he, all the Cody Rhodes sob babies, as I called them, will have something truly to sob over when their good doer is a loser. Well, that's my talk with The Rock and John Cena. Back to you, Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Jonathan Coachman, for talking with The Rock and John Cena here today on Friday Night Smack, today on Monday Night Raw, or Moon Night Raw. I, Tony Schiavone, with Pat McAfee and a Jackal. We hope you like Monday Night Raw or Moon Night Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT.